Today, we're diving into the single most disturbing scene in Welcome to Derry Episode 5. A moment that isn't just scary, but foundational. A moment that rewrites what we thought we knew about Dick Hallorann, the shine, and the very psychology that Pennywise feeds on. Because when Dick Hallorann's lockbox opened, something irreversible happened. And if you think that box was just a memory trick, it's a weapon, a prison, a sanctuary, and now it's a wound, a wide open, bleeding psychic wound. So buckle in. We're going all the way down through the water, into the bathroom, past the family, and into the core of Hallorann's soul. Let's break this open. To understand the vision, we have to walk through it slowly, not as viewers, but as witnesses, as if we're standing in that dark hallway with Hallorann. The moment begins in the chaos of the sewer raid. Hallorann, normally calm, composed, the adult in the room, is already fraying. He's using his shine like sonar, scanning, searching, reaching. Then Pennywise hits, not with claws, not with teeth, but with immersion. Hallorann is dragged underwater, and here's the trick. The water doesn't just drown him physically, it drowns his perception. When he surfaces, he isn't in the sewer anymore. He's in a bathroom, a memory, a place that should be safe, but isn't. His grandmother is there, scrubbing, talking gently. The lighting is soft, almost nostalgic, but behind her softness is pressure, the kind of emotional gravity that memories have when they're holding something you don't want to relive. Then the grandfather appears, and the shift is immediate. He brings the gun, the anger, the generational weight that has been sitting in Hallorann's spine since childhood. This is the first crack in the box, and Pennywise is watching. To get why this moment matters, you have to understand the lockbox concept, not just in the show, but in the broader Stephen King psychic mythology. In Dr. Sleep, the lockbox is a mental fortress, a deliberate structure used by people with the shine to contain ghosts, traumas, and overwhelming visions. It's basically your mind saying, this hurts too much, I need to put this away so I can keep going. But here's what Welcome to Derry adds. Hallorann's lockbox isn't just a coping strategy, it's an identity-shaping device. It's how he became the person he is, and crucially, it's inherited. His grandmother taught him this. It's generational survival for a family that lived through violence, expectations, and pain. The box isn't just his, it's a hand-me-down, a legacy, which means when Pennywise opens it, he isn't just attacking Hallorann's mind, he's attacking the whole family line. Now here's where the scene becomes dense with meaning. Let's break down the 4 core symbols. Symbol number 1, water as the unconscious. Every time someone with shine is forced underwater in King stories, it signals a descent into the unconscious. Hallorann isn't drowning, he's regressing, being dragged back into earliest formative trauma. The sewer water becomes a portal. This is Pennywise saying, we're going to your roots. Symbol number 2, the bathroom. Bathrooms are private spaces, spaces of vulnerability, spaces of cleansing. But in horror, they become places of exposure, places where masks fall off. The bathroom here is a perfect metaphor. A place meant to wash away dirt instead becomes a place where you confront stains that never came out. Symbol number 3, the grandfather. The grandfather, whether real memory or Pennywise's performance, symbolizes inherited violence, family legacies, cultural expectations, punishments passed down like heirlooms. By choosing that face, Pennywise isn't picking a random scare. He's choosing the most efficient psychological crowbar. Symbol number 4, the glowing box. When the lockbox appears on the bathroom floor, glowing like radioactive trauma, the visual language shifts. This isn't nostalgia anymore. This is excavation. The light is harsh, white, and unnatural. It's a metaphor for exposure. The things we hide being dragged into daylight. When it opens, the light doesn't spill out gently. It erupts. Pain doesn't leak. It explodes. This is where the horror becomes real, because in psychological terms, what happens to Hallorann in this scene is catastrophic. Let me lay it out. Most people, shine or not, use compartments in their mind. We separate the painful stuff so we can live. We build little boxes: childhood trauma, shame, guilt, fear, grief, and unresolved anger. Hallorann's is literal because of the shine, but the principle is universal. He has been functioning his whole life because this box exists. It's how he leads. It's how he stays calm. It's how he helps others survive their shine. So when the box is pried open, his entire support structure collapses. It's like taking the load-bearing beam out of a building. He doesn't just remember painful things, he re-feels them, he relives them. The emotions hit with the force of decades. And that's exactly how Pennywise likes it, because Pennywise doesn't just feed on fear. Pennywise feeds on overwhelm, and an opened lockbox is pure, unfiltered overwhelm. The scene works not just because of story, but because of craft. Let's break down the filmmaking choices. Number 1, sound. The underwater muffling is classic, but listen closely. There's a subtle heartbeat, a ringing frequency like tinnitus after a trauma. It's the sound of a brain under pressure. Number 2, editing. The cuts between the bathroom and the sewer aren't clean. There's a frame or two of corrupted image between them. It's subliminal, but it tells your brain something in this reality is broken. Number 3, lighting. The bathroom light is warm at first, soft and home-like, but as Pennywise gains control, the lighting shifts yellow-green, the color of decay. It tells you you're remembering something that was never as safe as you wanted it to be. Number 4, framing. Notice where the camera sits when the grandfather appears. Low. Slightly tilted upward. That's the angle of childhood fear. You're seeing him from Hallorann's kid height. That's intentional. That's storytelling. This is the part people underestimate. Hallorann didn't just have a scary moment, he experienced a psychological breach. Here's what that means for the next episodes. First off, his shine is compromised. The shine isn't a superpower, it's perception. When perception is flooded with trauma, it becomes chaotic. He may start seeing visions he can't interpret. He may lose reliability. He might become a liability. Secondly, Pennywise now knows his architecture. Pennywise saw inside the box. He knows the shape of Hallorann's mind. He can use those images. The grandfather, the bathroom, the shame, and the violence. He can weaponize them at any moment. Thirdly, Hallorann may have to rebuild without repression. This is the big thematic arc. If Hallorann wants to survive, he can't relock the box. It won't work. Pennywise will rip it open again. He will have to integrate his trauma, not suppress it, which is terrifying, but also empowering, because characters who integrate instead of repress. In King's universe, they grow beyond their original power. This could be Hallorann's transformation, or his downfall. Welcome to Derry isn't just providing backstory, it's making a statement about trauma in King's universe. In The Shining, Jack Torrance collapses because he represses everything. In Dr. Sleep, Danny survives because he learns to face the ghosts. Hallorann is now in the middle of that spectrum. He has lived his whole life with a boxed up psyche, and it worked until it didn't. This is the show saying repression isn't sustainable. Even the strongest minds break. And notice, Pennywise doesn't break him through gore. Pennywise breaks him through memory. That's not horror, that's truth. So that's what episode 5 truly unleashed. Not just a memory, not just a scare, but a transformation. Dick Hallorann, the steady one, the wise one, is now fractured, exposed, and on the edge of becoming something entirely new. Will he heal? Will he collapse? Will he rise stronger? We're going to find out. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button. It really helps. Drop a comment. Do you think Hallorann can put himself back together? And as always, stay curious, stay brave, and I'll see you in the next one.